And there you have it. We're just about set to go as we have our TV opener of the season. As they introduce the starting lineups, Emily McDonald, Mackenzie Martin, and you got Emma Titus. And at the other end is Ellie Buffler. Also Emma Green. And Katie Crutchfield, the sophomore, 5'7" from Portland, Tennessee. And we are glad to have all of you, moms and dads, parents, grandparents, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, everybody who is watching for these two fine schools tonight. And it's always a great sportsmanship whenever we have them on board. And so we're looking forward to this tremendous night of athletic competition as we start our intercollegiate season for Union University. Union, of course, participating in the Gulf South Conference. And last year was a contender all the way down to the end in the postseason. And we are about set to go with the first serve of our television season, the teams exchanging handshakes. See a lot of good interested fans. We may have a few more trickles. We got a few parents who have made the trip in here. And the Lady Bulldogs in their preliminary circle here as they get ready for the start of it. Both teams engaging in a pregame prayer beforehand, and that's one of the really class things about both of these fine Christian institutions. They represent their community, their schools, and their faith so very, very well. And it'll be interesting to see who Stephen Vick starts out as the first server. And serving first tonight for Trevecca is going to be Emily McDonald, the junior, the 5'9" junior from Lebanon, Tennessee. And we're told she has a tremendous amount of power on her serve, and that's the big key, is that you can't be too delicate with this Lady Bulldog team. You got to just match power with them. And so here we go. Emily getting ready to serve it. And let the games begin. And up front, they got it almost between the defenders, and this one is going to have to be a big one, and it is. And nice angle on that return. Beautifully done by Hannah Hempel, the 5'8" junior from Huntsville, Alabama. And so Union takes to the scoreboard first. And serving Jordan Vick. Hit the top of the net, but that's okay. And a nice set, and perfectly. As I talk about, this team has a beautiful job of being able to find the open angles and connect. It's a 2-0 game, Union leading, and Jordan to serve again. And she gets it fairly deep. Nice setup. And a good save, and there is another kill. Tremendous job up front. And particularly if you get Alyssa Tatch and Emily Grace Calhoun together there, they are hard to stop. And that serve had just a little bit too much power on it. It's as if she had maybe had an extra bowl of Wheaties this morning, but it's a 3-1 game as Union comes up with the first three in this contest. And for those of you who are watching, you don't have to serve to score as it was in the traditional volleyball rules. These are what are called rally rules, and powering it just a bit too hard was Ellie Buffler, the senior from Nashville. So going back to deliver now is Davy Slaughter. She's a 5'4" freshman from Mount Juliet. And that one just a little bit too far out of range and beyond the end line, so we got a 4-2 game. Here's your serve. Now watch this attempt. Nice recovery, nice block on the part of Trevecca. Great save in the backcourt. Both of these teams trying to find out what the strengths and weaknesses are of either one. Nice save again. Now this is going to be a beautiful setup here. And it goes off of the hands of Sydney Sample. That was one of your best volleys this early in the game. It's a 4-3 Union lead, and back to serve once again is Emma Green. Emma at 6 feet. She has such and they're having a little bit of a discussion, but I think they have resolved the issue. Emma can go hard or she can give you a big angle on that one and almost got caught. Nice setup here. And it goes back to the Union backcourt. Trevecca is ready for these that go low. And nice save once again. And it goes to Union. And checking in for the Lady Bulldogs, Sydney Hogg, the 5'11 graduate student from Menasha, Wisconsin. And here goes Sample. She has a tremendous serve, and that one's going to be a dilly if they can come up with it, and they can't. That was one of those that the angle just went down so far that it was very hard to keep that one from going all the way back to the wall, and so Sydney connects to give Union a 6-3 lead. We play to 25 and goes into the net to make it a 6-4 game. And back to serve for Trevecca. It's Emma Titus, the 5'10 sophomore from Hendersonville. All right. And in between the defenders, and a nice job of finding the angle and getting it just before it hit the end line. And Trevecca has closed the gap to 6-5. Titus at 5'10", she went to Station Camp High School. And into the net. And sometimes it's just a mere slip of the hand or the wrist that will cause that ball to go down. Now here's your grad student, Alyssa Tatch. She went to film school over the summer and just was brilliant. Actually in the spring of last year instead of the summer. She was very interested in making that a part of her career, but she had another year of eligibility left and decided to come back to school at Union. Nice save over on the far right end. Now this one's got to go. And again, a violation is charged, and so Union picks up the score to make it 8-5. Well, that was a good volley on both teams' parts. Nice saves, good setups. And here's another good setup. Almost went down below Sample. And that one was too wide. Alyssa usually measures those pretty well, but that one went wide of the end line, and so it's an 8-6 game. And here we go again. There's your set. And this is going to be a difficult one. They got to get it over, but they do. Oh, Sample with a beautiful save. And that one goes off of the hands of Alyssa Tatch trying to dig it out deep, and so they've closed it to an 8-7 gap. Although it looks like they still have 8-6 on the scoreboard. And so there's going to be a rotation here. And back to serve, Maddie Wilds from Smyrna, Tennessee, the 5'11 junior, and we got a whistle before that one goes. An 8-7 game we have. Union got out to the first 3 points, but Trevecca has made its rallies and has kept this within about 1 to 2 points ever since that. And you may have heard an editorial comment from someone in the stands that did not come from us. And again, they're having a discussion now, and it looks like it's now we're going to pick up the serve with Maddie. And here's your set. Nice downward angle, but Trevecca, a beautiful save. And they're going left-handed on it, and that makes it a 9-7 Union lead. This Union team very aggressive. And they get a couple of subs in. And going back to serve, this is Natalie Supine, the freshman. And this one's going to have to go. Just barely got it over, and nice retrieval on the part of Trevecca. You got a good up-front combination there, particularly with Emily McDonald and Ellie Buffler. They're playing great defensive soccer up front. Tatch with a good return. That's a pretty save. And a big, big smash up front. Beautifully done by Hannah Hampel. And back to serve is Bailey Hughes, the sophomore, 5'8". She got a lot of action in last season's contest from Murfreesboro. She does more of a running serve approach. Beautiful dink. And it's a 10-9 game. That is where you just absolutely, you got to measure it just right and time that, particularly if it's a slow return, and she did and got it in between Union's defenders. Emily McDonald, the 5'9 junior from Lebanon once again. And Tatch the return. And give it to Union. Lady Bulldogs hang on to an 11-9 lead, but this Trevecca team is double tough, and you have to know that there is going to be a lot of intense volleyball before this one is over. Jordan Vick. And that one goes off of the hands of Jordan. An 11-10 game, so this has been a very evenly matched competition so far. And they got to save this one on this one. Yes, there it is. And the block, and give it to Union, and give them a 12-10 lead. And that's a deep one, and it's a good one. Excellent serve. That's one of those that you just simply, you can get caught in the backcourt and you're watching, hoping it goes out of bounds, and it didn't. Well, I love the setups up front that we're seeing from Maggie Wilds. And that one's a terrific one. Great return on the part of Alyssa Tatch. And Union now in its biggest lead at 14-10. And we got timeout on the court. Union's Lady Bulldogs are on top of Trevecca 14-10, back right after these messages.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Now back we are, Union with a 14-10 lead. Lady Bulldogs have led it all the way. But I have really been impressed by the setup work for Trevecca's Emily McDonald. She's getting her timing on it is very, very good. And she's had excellent setups that have allowed Trevecca to make rallies in this contest and on at least 4 occasions close the gap back to a 1-point game. And I got to know that her parents are extraordinarily proud of her, as I know every parent who's watching tonight, every grandparent. You are just really thrilled that your young ladies, that streaming television gives you the opportunity to be able to see them live. And Lady Bulldogs trying to extend it to a 5-point margin. And beautifully done. It goes off of the knee of Sydney Sample. So Trevecca does not let it get out of hand. They're within 3. And the high set. Again, a nice save by McDonald. Great attempt at a kill, but defense was very strong on the part of Trevecca, but they couldn't get it over, and it's a 16-11 Union lead. Well, I didn't see that one go, so it's 15-11 that we have on our board right now. And that one just too far. That's one of those that, particularly if you get a lot of speed and spin on the ball, if it takes a dip and it doesn't take that dip until probably the last 15% of the serve, chances are it's going to go out of bounds. And that one's going to do the same thing, except that was power. I mean to tell you, there was power in that serve. And checking out for a moment is Emma Titus for Trevecca. And here we go with Alyssa Tatch once again. And she gets that low center of gravity on that serve and gives Union a 17-12 lead. That's the largest lead for the Lady Bulldogs. And Alyssa, I can see that sheepish grin on her face. And she again gets that nice curve on it. And that one was beautifully returned by Emily McDonald. Outstanding job of just getting the right angle. So this Trevecca team is not going to be rattled because they're down 4 and all of their players on both sides are up off the bench. Here goes the set. And a nice return over on the far left-hand side. So back to the 5-point margin for Union. And here we go. Watch the set again. Nice block on the part of the Lady Bulldogs. They blocked it, but it goes up in the stands, and that was a beautiful return up front. Again, as I mentioned, you got Emily McDonald and Ellie Buffler up front. You have a strong 1-2 combination. 18-14 game. That one's going to be too far. 19-14. You could almost feel it the minute that she let that one fly. So back to serve for the Lady Bulldogs is Bailey Hughes. As I say, she does the run and jump type of serve most of the time. Good block up front. And the one-hand return. And that one again, McDonald got her angle just right. And the lead is back to 4 at 19-15. And checking back in for Union is Sydney Hogg, the graduate student. And McDonald back to serve. She's just got such a multifaceted game. Here's your set. And can they save? Yes, they do. McDonald is right there. Both teams with nice blocks. And that one goes up into the stands. Alyssa Tatch, just simply, there was too much power on the part of Trevecca, and so it's 19-16. Alyssa sent that one into about the third row on the opposite side, and McDonald, we got timeout called by Union once again. Lady Bulldogs are on top, 19-16. Back with more in just a moment.
DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
And for those of you watching in Jackson, we hope that you will go by and see all of our fine sponsors. Tell them you enjoyed the games on Worthy Road Studios as we bring you all of the exciting action. Remember, this weekend there will be loads of high school football on Worthy Road's website. You got a number of high schools all around West Tennessee, and I'm proud to be a part of that organization because they do it right, and they are the most prolific sports production unit here in West Tennessee, and they have moved their way into intercollegiate sports as well in recent years, and having Union University as a centerpiece for a lot of this, we are just delighted for that to be the case. Now, I ran into somebody today who was saying, you know, it's not far until basketball season. Well, a little more than 2 months, but let's say it's within looking distance. 19-16, the lead. And here you go. And a perfect dip underneath and give it to Union. 20-16 goes off the hands of the front line. So Jordan Vick goes back to serve. The senior from Camden, Tennessee. And she also does the run and jump type of serve. Nice set. And give it to Trevecca. Perfect setup by Emily McDonald, and she has just, regardless of whether they win this set or not, she's done her job. And here we go. Trevecca trying to rally, and it goes down too deep to be able to save it. Reese Owens tried to go down and make the save and couldn't manage it. So it's down to a 2-point lead. Union had a 5-point lead at one point, but that one goes into the net. So Buffler just could not get enough height on it, and Coach Emily Moore goes out there to try to encourage her troops. 21-18, Lady Bulldogs by 3. Here's your serve. Got a nice arc on that one. Tatch tries the set, and here you go. This is going to be the backward return. This is going to be a good volley. I just sense it. And a dink. It does not do the job for Union, and this is going to be a high one. And it goes off the hands, scrambling to try to save it. But no success in the backcourt, and so we're back to a 2-point lead at 21-19. This is Emma Green on the serve. And right between 3 defenders. There's usually either a triangle or a box that if you can find an opening, if it's a box, you're going to have 4 defenders there, and you try to hit it between them in the middle of that triangle or that box, and that's exactly what Union did. 22-19. And this one's going to have to be a big one right here. Nice save on the part of Trevecca. Good block. Once again, the volley is very strong on both sides. Good save again by Union. Here you go. Look for a big one here. And it still goes. This has been a 45-second volley. And give it to Union at the very end up against the net. And so the Lady Bulldogs are 2 points away from winning the first set. And Trevecca wants timeout. 23-19. So we'll take a break. And we'll be back right after we pause for the calls.
Important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way, peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
You can hear the sounds of Looking for a Hero in the background. That was the former theme of Atlanta Superstars of Wrestling many, many years ago in the 1980s, hosted by my late and very dear friend, Joe Pedicino. And Trevecca is looking for a hero right now to rally the Lady Trojans from 4 points down. Union has not trailed in this first set. And it is going to be Sydney Sample, who has a mean serve in the background. I mean, she puts a lot of spin on it. So let's see how she navigates it. Senior Sydney Sample. Try saying it, as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, 4 times. And here she goes. Gets up high for that one. McDonald the set. And the return just too strong, too far out beyond the end line. And we are at game point. Here's Sample. And saves it in the backcourt. And it's down and in, and Lady Bulldogs have taken set number 1, 25-19. And so that is a big one, and the teams this year will swap ends of the court. They've still maintained everybody staying on the same end last year because of COVID, but they're going to swap sides this time, so Lady Bulldogs will be going, as you look at them on their screen, from their left to their right. Right now, we're going to take another timeout for another message of interest, so we'll be back right after we dash for the cash.
Be creative, innovative, passionate. Be excellent, inspiring, driven. Be faithful, disciplined, prepared. At Union University, you will thrive in a Christ-centered community and be equipped for success in your life and career. Begin your journey today. At Union University, be transformed.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way, peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
In the Gulf South Conference standings in this very young season, and we don't have any conference games yet, but Mississippi College in West Florida undefeated with 4 straight victories. Union's only loss was over the weekend to Mississippi College. They're 3-1. Shorter 2-1, and then you got Alabama Huntsville 2-2, as is Auburn Montgomery, and then West Georgia 1-2, and Christian Brothers 1-3. The top 8 teams will go to the conference tournament, which will come up in November on the 11th, 12th, and 13th. And the Lady Bulldogs of Union certainly hope to make a return trip there. So Union led that first set all the way. It was close in several occasions. We had 6 times during the game that it was down to 1 point, but Lady Bulldogs continued to extend it to win it 25-19. And we want to say hello to a young lady that is, and I can tell you she's still a young lady. She is back in the athletic program after being a faculty member for a long, long time, and that is Julie Powell. And Dr. Julie Powell is now the Director of Compliance for Union University. So we're glad to see her back in the actual administrative area of Union. And here we go, Union with the first serve here as we go into the second set. And it goes to Trevecca just inside the line, and that was one of those that you just had to let go and watch it. Here's Emma Green to serve from Mount Juliet. Went to Mount Juliet High. And a dink in between them, and you just had the feeling that that was going to drop perfectly, and it did. So they're tied at 1. So Union back to serve. And it's McDonald again with a serve. Went back off of her hands in the wrong direction, and Union gets it. Lady Bulldogs with a 2-1 lead. The big thing is if you can get a 2-set lead on this Trevecca team, then you can be a little bit more relaxed out there. That doesn't mean you're going to start taking it easy, and this is going to be a tough one. Yep. It was completely out of the field of play, and we're tied at 2. Again, I mention this every year, particularly early in the season. If you are unfamiliar with the rally rules, the traditional way of playing volleyball was that you had to serve to score. To speed up the game a number of years ago, that was changed, and so it's whoever gets the point, doesn't matter if you score or not. And you play instead of the 21, you play to 25. And there's a medium range set. And Sample with a return. Perfect angle, but beautiful save in the backcourt by Buffler. And here goes Tatch with one, and that's going to be a difficult one, but they do save it. Excellent defense on the part of Trevecca. And Tatch with another slam, but gets returned. And they're going to set this one high. This is an excellent volley on the part of both teams. Again, great saves on the part of Trevecca. And goes off the hands of McGuire, and she saves it. Up, goes off the top, and that was just outstanding defense on the part of Trevecca. There were at least 4 times during that volley that it looked certain that they were going to lose the set, but that's what you do when you just don't take your concentration off the ball, and that is the first lead in this contest for Trevecca, a 3-2 game. And that one was just too low. Sample tried to save it and just skidded. And back to serve again, Kara McGuire. From the state of Washington, she's a 5'11 junior. And here goes Kara's serve. Man, she got that one just over the angle of the net, and Union cannot deal with it. And so the Lady Bulldogs, after swapping ends, that's not been a friendly end for them. 5-2, Trevecca with the lead. Union won the first set, 25-19. There's McGuire again. And they're not going to save this one. That goes into the first row of the middle range of the chairback seats. 5 straight in a row on this rally by Trevecca. So McGuire, she's done the damage with her serve. That's going to be a high one. Set it up. And that one goes right between those defenders on the right-hand side. And that's what I say, you look for the box. And it looks as though they overruled the call and gave it to Trevecca. So it's a 7-2 lead. That matches the biggest lead for either team in this whole contest with the exception of the end. And there you go. Tatch with the rally. And Union has finally snapped this 6-0 run on the part of the Lady Trojans. And Sample back to serve. And they're going to need some from her. Let's see how Sydney plays it. This is going to be a moderate size set. And give it to Union. Nope, he marked it back in the other direction. It's an 8-3 Trevecca lead. Maddie Wilds to serve, the 5'11 junior from Smyrna. And you got a little discussion from Stephen Vick and the official on that, but I don't think it's going to reverse anything. They got a little bit of a wet spot down there about the top of the free throw circle. Of course, come November, this place is going to be alive with Union basketball. Of course, this was also the home of the NCAA Women's Division II Regionals last year. Excellent serve. And the set, and right between the defenders. That was one of those, they were playing back a little bit further than usual, and that left an opening up front. And Tatch goes back to the serve. Alyssa at 5'11", but I believe she goes closer to 6 feet. I know because I used to have to stand by her in class. Give the point to Trevecca. It's 9-4. When I had her in class, I used to have to stand next to her at times when we were instructing how to use the camera, and I go 6'2". I think she's probably right about 6 foot, but they're giving maybe a little bit of generosity in the program. High arcing serve. And they can't save it. Desperation try by McDonald, and she tried to get over there, but her momentum would just not stop her. It's a 9-5 lead. And for Union, it is Lauren Burrell, the junior from Huntsville, Alabama. And that one's going to go to Trevecca. Went off the hands of one of the Lady Bulldogs before going out of bounds, so it's a 10-5 game. Trevecca has controlled this set in much the same fashion as Union did in the first set. Just over the net, and that's really one of those that you want to see that happen. Good save in the backcourt. They're going to have to rally for this one. Sample with the reverse save. And can they get it over? Sample again. All right, here's your set, and Union cannot stop it. Sydney Haig tried to get up there and get on top of it, but it just simply was spinning too hard, and back to serve is Emily McDonald. Goes left-handed with him. And here you go. Yes. 11-6. And checking back in to go serve is Bailey Hughes. From Murfreesboro, she went to Blackman High School. Bailey's got some power. No question about that. Well positioned for that return. And right between Union's two up front defenders. It is a 12-6 lead. Neither team has called a timeout during this set. Tatch comes out briefly, as does Sydney Hegg. And again, a lot more power on the serves by Trevecca in this set. And it is a 13-6 game. Last year, Union did not lose on television, and there's nothing the Lady Trojans would like any better than to end that string, but that one goes into the net. So Union will play it, and it's Jordan Vick to serve. She went to Camden Central High School. Nice return. And the block. Yep, it is up to, in that case, good job in the backcourt. And Union could not block it. A 14-7 Trevecca lead. So this is a tremendously different Trevecca team that we have seen in this second set than we saw in the first. Back to serve, Emma Green. Beyond the end line, and it is a 14-8 game. I've talked to a number of these young ladies about how they feel about coming out of the game, and a lot of them say, if the coach would let me, I would stay there the entire time. And here you got Davy Slaughter, the freshman from Mount Juliet, in to serve. And the block, it goes into the net, and it is a 15-8 Trevecca lead. But a lot of them will tell me that if they come out, they like to only stay out a short period of time because they want to get back in there into the game action. And here we go. It's McGuire. And let's see if they are calling a violation. I think they are about the positioning. So give the point to Trevecca. It's 16-8. And Stephen Vick over discussing it with the official again. All right, once again, it's McGuire to serve. And she takes that short hop before she releases it. And a good save in the backcourt. And that one is on the line. Give the point, Trevecca, 17-8. And Union's going to finally take a timeout. And so as they do, we will take one as well. So it is all Trevecca here in this second set after Union won the first one. We'll be back after these messages of interest for you.
Be an employee equipped for advancement. Be a role model to your kids, your coworkers, your friends. Be a dreamer, an example, a finisher. Be a success story and a college graduate with an associate or bachelor's degree for adult students from Union University. At Union University, be transformed.
Union winning the first set 25-19 and got out to a slim early lead, and then once Trevecca got on top 3-2, they have controlled it ever since with a 17-8 margin. So Stephen Vick called timeout to try to settle his charges, and Trevecca will play it, and it's going to be McGuire continuing to serve. And she has had herself a night in the backcourt. 3 aces that she has come up with this evening as a server. And a big one. And they say give it to Trevecca. 17-8, just wide of the line. So McGuire continues to pour it on. Buffler with 6 digs in the game. McDonald with 9. And again, nice defense, and Union gets it over and stops the string at 17-9. And Sample goes back to serve. Sample has the most digs for the Lady Bulldogs with 7. And that was a low recovery, and Union with a block. Almost beyond the defender, but nicely saved by McGuire. Big block. Great combination up front. Excellent job on the part of of Rayleigh and Wilds. So back to serve again is Wilds after getting that point, an 18-9 lead. And it goes wide. Tatch thought she had the angle, and it goes just wide, 19-9. This has been a dominating performance in this second set by Trevecca. And that one just a little bit too line drive-ish, and it went beyond the end line. And so Union picks up the point at 19-10, and it'll be Tatch to serve. Alyssa with one ace in the contest, and is it? Yes. Just got the angle right. You can't really fault at all Wilds for not going after that one because it looked as if it was going out. And she gets the low arc on that one. And Alyssa's going to have to save that one. Good volley on both teams' parts. Good job on the part of Sample. Here you go. Big one, and it's saved beautifully. Excellent save on the part of McGuire. Here's your set. And it goes too far. 20-11. 5 away from evening this match on the part of the Lady Trojans. Now watch the attack here. Low arcing serve, but Union managed to save it and gets the ball was just too far out of the range of Crutchfield. Katie gave it a big shot, the 5'7" sophomore from Portland. So Union trying to put a rally on. And it's Burrell. In between Union's defenders and a great save. And it goes into the net. Hampel just could not get it over, and it's a 21-12 lead on the part of the Lady Trojans. They're playing with a lot more enthusiasm and energy, and timeout called again by Union. So with the score in the second set, Trevecca 21, Union 12. Let's pause for these messages for you.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And go by and see our good friends at the Bank of Jackson. We would love for you to go by and tell those good folks that you enjoyed Union University basketball. And while you're there, put some money in the bank. I know they would all appreciate that very much. 9-point Trevecca lead here in the second set. Union won the first one 25-19 and led it all the way, but after a brief Union lead at the very beginning of this set, it has been all Trevecca. And let's see if they can close the deal. That left-hand serve once again by McDonald. Union with a desperation save, and they cannot save it. Trevecca just playing all kinds of strong offense here, and it's 22-12, a 10-point lead. Lady Bulldogs trying to go 4-1 on this young season. We're not even in September yet. And Tatch, again, another outstanding save on the part of McDonald. It goes wide and give it to Union, 22-13. What a second set McDonald has had. She's had 13 assists and 11 digs in the contest. Amazing job. All right, here we go. It's Hughes. That pounding serve that she has. A dink overneath. And in between the defenders, but another nice save and a set by McDonald. And let's see, did it go off of the hands? Yes. They said it went off the hands of Hughes, and so it is Trevecca 2 points away from evening this match at 23-13. And here we go. And Union, that was a gamble because it looked as though it was potentially going to stay in bounds, but they let it go and it was just beyond the line. So Union still in it, 23-14 down. Here's Jordan Vick. Good save on the part of Sample. And Tatch. Again, it goes wide. It is set point for the Lady Trojans. And here they go. Sample again and Tatch. And manages to keep Union alive, 24-15. But you can't afford a single mistake, whether you're on offense or defense in a case like this, because any Trevecca point will win it. And here goes Slaughter. McDonald the set. Sample the save. And that's what I call the geometry. She absolutely, and that's what you get with Emily Grace Calhoun. She had that perfect angle to connect. It's a 24-16 game. There's your set. Perfect. Outstanding job there at the very end by Rayleigh to put it over, and it is Trevecca winning the second set, 25-16. We are all tied at 1 apiece. So we'll invite you to sit back and look at these messages of interest, and when we come back, it'll be set number 3. So stay with us, everybody.
Be creative, innovative, passionate. Be excellent, inspiring, driven. Be faithful, disciplined, prepared. At Union University, you will thrive in a Christ-centered community and be equipped for success in your life and career. Begin your journey today. At Union University, be transformed.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Are you looking for a Christian college or starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
All even at one set apiece between Union and Trevecca. I'll give you some of the interesting totals here tonight. In assists in this game, it's been a huge night for Emily McDonald of Trevecca with 15. Jordan Vick for Union with 16. And Sydney Sample with 10 digs to lead the Lady Bulldogs. Slaughter has 6. Over on the other side, it is McDonald with 11 digs. She is really having herself a fine night. Buffler with 6. And when it comes to aces, each team has 4, so it's pretty an even wash when it comes to the serving. And then if you look at kills, 25 for Trevecca. They made a ton of them in that second set. And Union with 19, so Trevecca has taken the advantage of that. Buffler was the leader with 7 kills. Titus with 6 for Trevecca. For Union, it is Emily Grace Calhoun with 7 and Alyssa Tatch with 4. So we'll see what kind of adjustment Stephen Vick makes for Union in this third set as the Lady Bulldogs back on what typically is their favorite side of the floor. Lady Bulldogs 3-1 on this very, very young season. August winds up tomorrow, and Trevecca's going to serve it first. And once again, it is Miss Everything tonight, Emily McDonald, who is going to start it off for us. And a big attempt at a kill, not there. Good block. And give it to Union. So Lady Bulldogs with the first score. And it's Jordan Vick back to serve. And she gets that high jump before she releases it. They're going to have to hurry on this one, and it's not going to be their third hit, and so it is Union scoring again. Nice serve on the part of Vick. Emily Grace Calhoun picked up another kill on the previous point. Just over the net. Here's your set. And that was a little bit of miscommunication there between Hampel and Vick. So Trevecca gets the point off the Union error. It's 2-1. And here we go with Buffler to serve. Tatch with a hard return. And that one's too long. Union has a 3-1 margin. As we say, in that first set, the Lady Bulldogs, they didn't pull it out to a 6-point margin at the end, but they were usually between 1 and 5 points ahead. They never trailed in that first set, and they're trying to get back on this direction. Good volley so far. Sample had to give a desperation save there. And Union with a good defense. Tried to get it in between the box. It did not fall. And trying to go back long with it, and it's going to be a great save on the part of Trevecca. And the block. Nice block up front to make it a 3-2 game. Union will have Tatch and Vick up front. And to serve it is Green. and give it to Trevecca. They say she touched the net and you have some of the fans here who made their editorial comment. They didn't like the call. Green again, that left-hand serve. And she's going to have to hurry, and no way she's going to get up in the stands for that one. About all that Emily Green could do is just stand back and watch that one. 4-3 lead for Union, and Sample to serve. Too long. 5-3. Lady Bulldogs back up by 2. This is the home television debut of the season for the Lady Bulldogs. Sample, that powerful serve that she does have. Great save. Now, this is going to be interesting. They decide to go over, and they got it. Here's your set. And both these teams doing a terrific job on defense. And that is in. And that gets some of those fellows up off the feet on the other side. It's a 6-3 Union lead, the largest lead they've had in this third set. We're all even at 1. Smashing serve on the part of Sample. Good block up front, and Union gets the point. Excellent job on the part of Owens. It's been a good round of service so far for Sydney Sample. All right, let's see how they play this one. And give it to Union again, off of the hands of Trevecca's front line before it went out. And timeout is called by the Lady Trojans. An 8-3 Union lead, and they are getting their rhythm back. We'll be back with more after we scoot for the loot.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Now Union with a strong third set. 5 consecutive points, and it's been excellent service on the part of Sydney Sample, the senior. And it's an 8-3 Union lead. Union won the first set 25-19, and Trevecca the second one 25-16. So let's see if Sample can continue this. A lot of times you'll call a timeout to maybe disrupt the rhythm of a server who has been able to get on a roll as Sample has. She's not usually rattled as this senior. That goes up way high. And let's see how they play it. Off the hands, but a save. And give it to Trevecca. An 8-4 game. Union call for a violation, and so back out to serve is Kara McGuire. Powerful right-hand serve she has, and gets it off the top of the net, and it stays in. 8-5. I've had people to ask me all last season, if it hits the net, isn't it something that's called a net serve? No. As long as it goes over, if it hits the net, it's a clean ball. Tatch tries to get it between the defenders. Wide. Give it back to Union. 9-5 lead. This has been great competition. We've been at it a little more than an hour now, and this has been the kind of volleyball you usually see when we get into November. Both these teams very ready to play, and that one went right in between Sample, and I can't see who is over there with her. And I think it was Slaughter. That one went right between Sample and Slaughter, so it's a 9-6 game as they clean up the moisture on the floor. The last thing you want is one of these young ladies to take a slide and suddenly you got a concussion. So you don't take any chances with that. Back to serve is Wilds. And Union with the set. That was an excellent backcourt save by Wilds. And that goes off of the hands of Tatch. It's a 9-7 game as Trevecca trying to make a rally here. As we say, these two teams appear to be very evenly matched. They're not in the same conference, but they've been longtime rivals in athletics, and that one was a little bit of miscommunication, and give the point to Trevecca. Particularly in basketball, these two teams had a tremendous rivalry for many years. And in between the defenders, and it goes over. And the dink. Union saves it. Nice job by Sample. Got a pretty good volley going here. Good block. Up front. Excellent block up front. Terrific job by Jordan Vick. So it's a 10-8 Union lead. Lady Bulldogs do not surrender the lead. So it's Bailey Hughes once again. And they may be able to save it. They do. That was excellent saving and great defense up front. Now watch this set. And can they get it back over? Yes. Here's your set. Off the defender's hands and give it to Union. An 11-8 lead for the Lady Bulldogs. Line drive serve, and they're going to have to save it here. And they do. And give it to Trevecca. He says it did not go off the hands of the defender. And so it's an 11-9 game. This one is staying very, very tight. Jordan Vick's coming over to have a discussion with the official about it, but I don't think he's going to change his call. Well, Jordan must be satisfied with his answer. She's got a grin on her face. All right, here we go again with Crutchfield at the serve. She does have a powerful angular serve. And it goes into the net and hits the floor. And so it's down to a 1-point game. And Crutchfield has a tremendous serve. No aces tonight, but she's got 2 assists and 5 digs. Again, that low angular serve. Beautiful job up front. Excellent job on the part of Payne to score the point. It's 12-10. And here again is Bailey Hughes. They save it in the backcourt. Tatch got it a little bit too high, and it is going to Trevecca. They slid to try to make it happen, but she went over the midline, and so it is a 12-11 game. This is just one that you hang on the edge. Here again is McDonald. They tried to fool those defenders, but they managed to save it in time. And you got it. And a lot of congratulations all the way around for Emily Grace Calhoun. Emily Grace with 8 kills on the evening. Jordan Vick to serve. Gets it very deep. And that one was just power up front. That's all it was from McDonald. A 13-12 lead. We're staying right in the 1 to 2 point range in this one. You may need to take a tablet before it's over. And it did not go beyond the end line. Union took a gamble on that one, and so it is all knotted up at 13. As that one hit the edge of the end line, and that is point Trevecca. Here's your set. And it goes off of the hands on the backside of Burrell. So Trevecca, with only its second lead in this set, 14-13. Lady Bulldogs were on top by as much as 3. Now they've got to come from behind. And once again, Buffler. And the fake on the big smash, and it was just a dink. And it's inbounds. Now that's what you call the geometric return right there, and Union's going to take time out. Lady Bulldogs giving up 4 in a row. They trail Trevecca 15-13 in set number 3. Back after we leave the scene to go pick up some green.
DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
And we encourage you to go by Jones Chevrolet. Particularly if you're in a need for a new car or a pre-owned one, go by there in the Three-Way area of Jackson. They'll be delighted to see you, and they'll make you a good deal. And we'll make you a good deal every time you're with us this season for volleyball, soccer, basketball, you name it. We will be here with it, particularly during the fall and winter months. And I'm looking forward to all of the volleyball season as well as basketball. That is going to be so much fun this year. Worthy Road Studios is where you see it all, and they do it all. They do more production than I think anybody I've ever seen, particularly in a market our size. They are just terrific. So back to the serve. It is going to be Ellie Buffler, the senior from right at home in Nashville. And Union gets set. And that was one of those dipping serves. It looked like it was going to hit the basketball goal over here. Tats tried to get it between that triangle. Now this has to work here. Blocked nicely. And here's your set. And a beautiful save on the backside by Crutchfield. All right, here's your set. Tatch. And again, right there is McDonald, but it's a double hit. So Union gets it back and trails by 1, 15-14. And going back to serve, it is going to be Slaughter. Davy, the freshman from Mount Juliet. But she has been playing like a senior tonight. 6 digs on the evening. And they finally get the ball back to her. And nicely handled on that serve. That was a bit of miscommunication on the part of Trevecca. I don't think they were expecting that ball to dip quite as much as it did, and so It's all tied at 15 on that ace. All right, here goes your set. Power move, and it's saved beautifully in there as Union scores again to make it 16-15. And attempting to get on a run after falling behind by 2. That one was just too much power behind it. It looked as though she released the ball before she got to the height of her jump. So it's a 16-16 game. And let's see how they play it. A beautiful dink, but it is saved. Sample got it over with the curve. Excellent save by Sample. That's what her trademark is. And give it to Union. Beautiful geometry on that as it got just to the edge of the end line, and the Lady Bulldogs back to the 1-point margin at 17-16. We play to 25. We are even at 1 set apiece. Sample the serve. McDonald the set, and a beautiful block up front. Great enthusiasm on the part of Alyssa Tatch and Haig. Lady Bulldogs up by 2. When Sample served the last time, she got them on a roll. Just over the net. Here's your set. And beyond the angle of both of those players in the backcourt, they got it in between Titus and Buffler, and timeout called by Trevecca. So Lady Bulldogs are on another roll with 3 in a row here to lead it 19-16 back after this timeout.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And back we are. Go by and see our fine sponsors and tell them that Steve sent you. Because we'd love for you to go by and just tell them how much you enjoy seeing Union University athletics, particularly as we're starting volleyball season on TV here. And the Lady Bulldogs feeling a jet of momentum here as they have gone to a 3-point lead here in the third set. We're all even. And this is a huge, huge lift for whoever comes away with this one. And it is Sample, who's picked up 3 points in a row off her serve, to do it again. Got that dip very low, and they can't save it. That was a tremendous effort on the part of McDonald. She went with all of the freight train that she had, but was just out of her range. And Union now with 4 in a row, 20-16. Here goes McDonald's set. The dink, can they save it? Yes. And got it over. McDonald, another great save and a block up front. These two teams have great front lines. And that one's going to be wide. That one was just too much curve on it, and it went beyond the end line. And so give it back to Trevecca, 20-17. You got a field goal lead. So it's McGuire to serve. She's had 4 aces on the evening. So if you're looking for a rally, this young lady could bring it to you. As we say, they recruited her out of the state of Washington. And here's that powerful right-hand serve. And trying to get it between those defenders, almost managed it. Great save in the backcourt. Here goes Sample to set it. Tatch has it saved in the backcourt by Trevecca. And another powerful one. Now, can they? Nope, yes, they do. Excellent job, but it went too far. Excellent job of saving that on the part of McDonald, but it went too far, and Union back up by 4. It is Tatch to the serve. Alyssa tonight with 9 digs and 6 points. Line drive. She just could not get it up over the net. 21-18. That is a rare service mistake from Alyssa Tatch. You just don't see that happen often. It's Wilds to the serve. And it was just too wide. Alyssa had to go down almost to the ground for that one, and it's back to a 2-point deficit for the Lady Trojans. And here you go. That was perfect downward flight on that return. Terrific job by Haig. Union 22-19. They've controlled pretty much the second half of this set. The winner has a 2-1 lead. Oh, what a downward angle on that one. And it goes back. That was an excellent by Crutchfield to get that one back in the other direction. And it's 22-20, and Crutchfield goes back for the serve. And tonight she has 5 digs, a single point in the game, and 3 assists. High toss on that serve. McDonald has done more excellent saves up front. Here they go, right there in between everybody. Hampel in the clutch and getting a lot of high 10s from her from her teammates. 23-20. And let's see who goes back to the serve. It's going to be Bailey Hughes. Bailey is the kind, she wants the ball in this kind of situation. She's just a sophomore but plays like a senior. All right, here's your set in the backcourt. Power move, and it's saved by Trevecca. And it is wide. 24-20. We are at set point. And Hughes to serve. We'll watch it with you. Union for the win in the set, and they got it. That front line made the big difference in addition to strong service on the part of Sydney Sample and Bailey Hughes, and it is 25-20. So Union with a 2-1 lead. They'll swap ends of the court, and I got news for you. It's going to be a dilly as we get here into this 4th set. So let's take time out for these messages, and we'll come back for set number 4. Stay with us.
Be creative, innovative, passionate. Be excellent, inspiring, driven. Be faithful, disciplined, prepared. At Union University, you will thrive in a Christ-centered community and be equipped for success in your life and career. Begin your journey today. At Union University, be transformed.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
Steve Beverly back with you live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium on David Blackstock Court as we are about to start set number 4 with Union leading 2-1. Made a good rally at the second half of that third set. And so that's always a huge advantage for the home team to be able to close it out on either set number 4 or set number 5, putting a lot of pressure on Trevecca to make a rally in this fourth set. As my good friend Stephen Aldridge often says, you can't say what you don't know. And what we don't know and what we won't say is whether or not the change of sides will make the same kind of difference for Trevecca as it did in the second set, in which they dominated and evened this match up at 1 apiece. But Stephen Vick and Emily Moore both have their teams very well ready for this one tonight. And again, as we did at the beginning, in case you just joined us, say hello to all the moms and dads, the brothers, sisters, grandparents, uncles and aunts, and good friends that have a connection to all of these young ladies from both teams. And we hope you're having fun tonight because both teams are putting on a show for us this evening. It has been excellent. And Jordan Vick will open up service for Union. Lady Bulldogs would like to close it out. Trevecca wants to even it up again. McDonald with another excellent set. Good save in the backcourt. That one may have been wide. It went under the net. It was a good desperation opportunity over there on the far right-hand side, but Union scores the point. And this one's going to go a little wide, but they're going to have to get it over on an easier one in this case. And smashing it. That was a great fake up front and then a smash between the two closest up front defenders. And it's a 2-0 lead. And once again, Vick to the serve. And the high set in between Union's defenders. That's what you call in between the box. You had 4 players that were really stationed in a box, and they managed to smash that one right between them, and it's 2-1. So, Emma Green back to serve from Mount Juliet. And she's had some impressive serves here tonight. She's got a couple of digs, scored 4 points. That one's going to be wide. You can almost see that because her momentum carried her extremely high as she let that one go. So service error gives Union the 3-1 lead. And here's Slaughter to serve. That one dipped. Excellent job of just absolutely fooling everybody up front. So Union with a 4-1 lead. Slaughter again on the serve. And they could not save it. That ball dipped just as it went to the back defender, and trying to save it was Wilds, and it just went down to the floor. There was nothing she could do with it. And so Union a 5-1 lead, and Trevecca immediately calls timeout to try to settle it down, and so we'll be back right after this.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
We thank the Bank of Jackson for being one of your sponsors of Union University Women's Volleyball. And putting a couple on the board here in service has been Slaughter. So let's see how Davy manages this. The freshman seems to be extremely cool. Nothing is rattling her, and trying to keep her calm. Over on the side is assistant coach Kristen Blackburn, who's in her first season. And she's got a nice grin on her face. And that one just had too much power on it. You hate to see that when you come out of a timeout, but if you're Trevecca, you love it. And it proves the timeout was fruitful for the Lady Trojans. Back to serve, Kara McGuire. McGuire with 4 aces. And Tatch, that power could not be denied. Tatch and Vick just have that combination up front that you just want to get out of the way, because it's almost as if an 18-wheeler is on your way. Now, here comes the lady who's had some outstanding service tonight. That's Sample. 11 digs, and that one went too far. Just too much power on that for Sydney, and so it's back to a 6-3 game. We played at 25. If Union wins it, it's over. If Trevecca wins, we go to a 5th and final set. And off the hands of McGuire. And that's just one of those, it was right in her hands, and you just cannot do anything. The reflexes will not react quickly enough to that. 4-point lead and Tatch to the serve. That was a flat-footed serve. She can go both ways, and they could not save it. It was a good effort by Wilds, but I think she knew she would be risking injury trying to get over there in the stands, so it's an 8-3 lead. And again, it goes low. They're trying to save it, and they do. That was, again, chalk that up one to McDonald. Left hand. Beautiful job going to the left hand for Jordan Vick. And timeout again is called, and Union up to the 9-3 lead. And so we'll take another timeout. Enjoy these messages of interest, and we'll be right back.
DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Let's look at some of your totals here tonight. Emily McDonald, regardless of what happens with Trevecca, has had herself a night. 20 assists and 16 digs. There have been, I can't tell you how many plays that Trevecca would probably have lost if she hadn't, in her cool, just saved it. She's a junior, and they love her there. For Buffler, she's had 11 kills, 7 digs, and 2 aces. McGuire, as we talked about, with 4 aces and 6 digs for Trevecca. Crutchfield, 3 assists, 5 digs for Union. You've had 10 digs for Alyssa Tatch, and she scored 10 of Union's points in the game. 9.5 for Owens. And looking down the way, Sample with 11 digs tonight. 30 assists for Jordan Vick and 11 digs. Boy, she's got a double-double if ever there is one. Here's Tatch with the serve. Flat-footed and got it right into the net. Just didn't get enough power on that one or arc, and it's a 9-4 game. And this is where Trevecca hopes to make its rally after being 6 down. Crutchfield to serve. High jump on that serve. Here's the set. Good block. Excellent block on the part of, yes. Excellent block on the part of that front line on the right-hand side. And so Crutchfield will serve again as they've cut the lead to 4. It's all or nothing for Trevecca in this set, and it goes right into the net. 10-5, and Substitutions come in for the Lady Bulldogs. And here's your serve. Power return on the other side and give it to Trevecca. It's a 10-5 game, 10-6 now as they put up the extra one. So here comes your star for these Lady Trojans, McDonald, going to the serve. Nice move. The block. Excellent block up front by Buffler. A 10-7 lead. Buffler with 13 points in the game tonight. So trying to make that rally and trying to stay alive in this one, and McDonald is the one they want to depend on to do it in service. She takes a 4-step movement before her serve, and there's no way they could get to it. The defenders were out of position, and so it is now a 3-0 rally on the part, and Union's going to take time out. I had a feeling Stephen Vick was going to take a break here. So, Union has given up 3 in a row. Trevecca has closed it to 10-8. And we'll be back to see how the drama unfolds right after this.
Important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
Well, this has been an interesting one because Union had, I wouldn't call it a commanding lead. Unless you can get over 5, it's a little tough. But had a 10-5 lead, and then you look at 3 straight points served on the opposite side by McDonald, who has 21 assists, 16 digs, and 5.5 points in tonight's contest. And she's still back at service. So let's see what kind of adjustments that Stephen Vick has made, the head coach of the Lady Bulldogs. And the high, and they can't save it. Again, the front line was absolutely hamstrung for Union. That's 4 in a row for Trevecca. McDonald again. Trevecca, a nice save over in the midcourt. And it is in between that in line, and was just about where that thing hit was just about the point of the 3-point circle. They have evened it up at 10, 5 in a row, and Union needs one badly here just for some self-respect. And they don't get it. And you can see the energy and enthusiasm on the part of the Lady Trojans as they have turned a 5-point deficit into a 1-point lead at 11-10. McDonald again. And the block. And it goes to Union, out of bounds. That one just caromed too far left, and so Union finally, after giving up 6 in a row, has tied it at 11. And in to serve is Bailey Hughes. She was back there for the final 2 points in set number 3. And they get a little bit of moisture off the floor. And let's see how Bailey pounds it here. She always has that pounding motion before she goes forward with her serve. And got it through the net and over. No, they say it goes back the other way. It went wide. So it's back to a Trevecca lead at 12-11. And to serve, it's Buffler. And Trevecca prevails again. That front line has been, particularly in the second half of this set, has just really come on strong. Big one there, saved in the midcourt. and give it to Union. And it's Jordan Vick going back to serve. She had some strong service back in the third set, and you got a discussion going on now between Buffler and the official, and is disputing the call. But once again, I don't think he's going to change his mind. Lady Bulldogs trail 13-12 after having a 5-point margin earlier in this set. And Jordan Vick on the evening she's again had 2 kills, but 11 digs and 31 assists. I'm not sure what the team record is for one set or for one match. And once again, Emily Moore is discussing the issue, and both of these officials are going to come over and confer. So we'll try to get, and I know it probably had to do with the way the last play ended, and I think Trevecca is suggesting that it was Union that committed the violation, but they're not going to change it. And Vick will serve once again and try to get Union all knotted up. And the serve. McDonald, again, an excellent setup, and Trevecca scores. McDonald has just had a game that's like few you ever see. Jordan Vick's had one for Union, but I'm telling you, McDonald has really kept this Trevecca team in it with a 2-point lead. And it goes into the net. So just not enough height on that for Buffler, and it is a 14-13 Trevecca lead. And Slaughter to the serve for Union. She pounds it, and they dip low. And they got it over. That was an excellent job, and an even better job on the far right-hand side, a combination between Wilds and Rayleigh. And Trevecca is up by 2. Believe it or not, that's its largest lead in this fourth set. And each team's victories has come on this end of the court that Trevecca is on. I don't know if there's a pall that's being cast on the team that is on the west side of the court. Power move, and I don't think they'll save it. No. That went to the ceiling, and so it is Union closing it to within 15-14, and it is Sample to the serve, and she had some good ones in the third set and in this one. All right, Sydney delivers. And they're going to have to get this one over, and they do. Good power, good return. And the dink, and it is saved beautifully. Very good patience on the part of Trevecca. And another one, and let's see if he can get behind them. No. Excellent save in the backcourt. There you go. Both teams very patient on that volley, and Union finally getting the opening. See a big high five there for Payne. For Hegg. And we're tied at 15. And that one's going to go wide. So Union trying to regain the momentum. They've regained the lead at 16-15, and you can see that big grin on the face of Sydney Sample. Going for the high serve again. And that one's wide. That one-hander just did not go in the direction that McGuire wanted. So Union with 3 in a row now, up by 2. And that one caroms right. And it is in. From our vantage point, sometimes it's a little difficult. That's why we hesitate, but it is in. And so it's 17-16, and back to serve. It is Wilds. Boy, this has been good volleyball tonight. I don't care who you're a fan of. This has really been good to watch. And here they go to go over. And off the hands of Jordan Vick. So it is 17 all. Remember, if Trevecca wins, we go to a fifth set. If Union wins, it's over. Here again is Wilds. In. No, they say it was 4 hits on the part of Union. And I wondered about that because there was a hesitation on the call, but that was the 4th hit. So Trevecca regains the lead at 18-17. They have 3 in a row. And let's watch the set for this. Good pound, but it's too wide. We are all even at 18, folks. And Tatch to serve. The graduate student is going to just take it very calm. And again, they got to clean up the floor a bit. You don't want to have one of those slides into third base right around there where the Bulldog is. But this has been so competitive because this has not been runaway volleyball. Yeah, Trevecca may have won by 9 in the second set, but these two teams have been just almost within an eyelash of each other, and the talent is so evenly matched. Tatch to serve. Here comes the lady from Texas. Power move, but it is still saved by Union. Here goes the big one. And got the, no, they say wide. 19-18, Trevecca back to the 1-point lead. And it is Crutchfield in to serve. No aces tonight, but she has 6 digs and 4 assists. Way high serve. And nice job saving that in the midcourt. Power again, and that time it went. Now that's what Union really wanted to see in that combination. Owens with a huge power move there. All right, this is one that Trevecca wants and got it in. They went behind the defenders on that one, and the geometry was perfect, and Trevecca with a 20-19 lead. And who you got back serving again but McDonald. Power, and Union gets it. We are all tied at 20. And going back to serve again, as she often does in the clutch, is Bailey Hughes. Let's see what the sophomore from Murfreesboro delivers. Goes deep. Excellent job. Perfect geometry on that move by Titus. Trevecca back to the lead at 21-20. It's Buffler to serve. Just dipped it right in there below the backcourt. They could not reach out for it, and so Trevecca now with a good margin at 22-20, and timeout called by the Lady Bulldogs. We'll be back to finish up this 4th set right after this.
Be an employee equipped for advancement. Be a role model to your kids, your coworkers, your friends. Be a dreamer, an example a finisher. Be a success story and a college graduate with an associate or bachelor's degree for adult students from Union University. At Union University, be transformed.
Worthy Road Studios bringing you Union University Volleyball live from Fred DeLay Gymnasium and David Blackstock Court, and it has been a dandy. And in this one, both teams have had their leads of 2 or 3, but nobody has been able to pull away, and it's 22-20. Trevecca on top by 2. I was thinking of my wife there when I said Rebecca. 22-20. And back to serve again. It's Ellie Buffler, the senior. She plays for Trevecca right from her hometown of Nashville. Last-minute substitution on the part of Stephen Vick for Union. And here we go. Tatch with that set. There's the block. This has to go. And Union gets it. 22-21. And back to serve is Jordan Vick. This experienced young lady with 34 assists tonight. She wants the ball in this case. They're going to try to save it, and they can't get it over the net. It's tied at 22, and Vick will serve it again. Jordan is a senior from Camden, Tennessee, and she delivers. And Union gets it over. No, yes! The official first extended his left hand, and then he went right with it. So I think it is Union. He did make the call that it was Union to get it over. So Vick with 2 points away from victory. And here's the high set. Union gets it over. Crutchfield saved it. Clutch move here. This has got to go. And it is saved. All right, Sample with the set. And they got it in between the defenders. It is set and match point for the Lady Bulldogs, 24-22. It is a 4-point rally, and now this is for everything. If she gets this one, we go home. Let's see how they work it. The block. Game, set, match. Union wins it. It went wide right. And in what was a fantastic early season intercollegiate matchup, interconference matchup between these two, Union prevails 3-1, winning the finale 25-22 and scoring the last 5 points of the contest. Let's take this break and we'll come back and wrap it up.
Be creative, innovative, passionate. Be excellent, inspiring, driven. Be faithful, disciplined, prepared. At Union University, you will thrive in a Christ-centered community and be equipped for success in your life and career. Begin your journey today. At Union University, be transformed.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Are you looking for a Christian college or are starting the college search process? I want to take a second to tell you about my school, Union University in Jackson, Tennessee. Union is a private 4-year university known for its rigorous academics, Christ-centered community, and the success of its graduates. My favorite part about Union is the faculty. The professors here are so intentional about helping students grow not only academically, but also spiritually. You should check out Union for yourself. Come for a visit. I know you'll love it. At Union University, you'll be transformed.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
Well, back we are to wrap things up here in the post-game show as Union's Lady Bulldogs continues the string that went undefeated all last year on all of their TV matchups. This is 12 in a row now. And the first TV contest of the season, defeating Trevecca 3-1, 25-22 in that deciding set. Trevecca had an impressive second set to even it up, winning it 25-16. But the Lady Bulldogs stayed steady and took the third, and then in the fourth set, both these teams were back into it was a seesaw lead, most of it. And then Union with the final five to win it 25-22. Let me give you a quick rundown on some of these individual players tonight because they were tremendous. Trevecca Nazarene, what can you not say about Emily McDonald? 27 assists and 17 digs. She was just everything on this floor tonight. And then you look at Buffler, 16 points and 10 digs. She was their leading scorer in the points. And then you had Titus with 10. So a tremendous effort all the way across. Buffler with 12 kills on the night. And for Union, how about this? Jordan Vick, 37 assists and 11 digs in the contest. Owens, I mean, you can't say enough about Reese Owens, the sophomore from Jonesboro. 12.5 points on the evening, and she had 8 digs. Alyssa Tatch with her usual workman effort, 12 digs and 11 points. She had a double-double tonight. And then it doesn't show up. She had 4 aces tonight, but Sydney Sample with 14 digs herself. But Jordan Vick, this is just something else. 37 assists and 11 digs in the contest. What can you say about that? Union had the edge in kills tonight, 49-43. And in service aces, Union the edge 10-9. And it was really, as I say, particularly if that fourth set had gone in the direction of Trevecca, who knows what might have happened. But that's, as I said, my friend Stephen Aldridge would say, you can't say what you don't know, so I won't say it. Well, that about wraps it up from here, and we will be back here on Friday night, September the 9th. Union's going to be hitting the road for 4 games, and then they'll be back here on Friday night, September the 9th. It's a weekend classic. They'll be taking on West Virginia State, and then on that Saturday afternoon, they'll have 2. It'll be Northwest Oklahoma State and Henderson State, and it'll be a doubleheader as part of a Lady Bulldog Classic. So we hope that you'll be here in person, and if you can't be here with us right here on Worthy Road Sports. The executive producer of Worthy Road Sports is Paul Schultze. I'm Steve Beverly, and until we are with you again, and remember, if you watch Worthy Road, remember there's lots of high school football action this weekend, but we'll be back with you right here from Fred DeLay on Friday night, September the 9th. And until then, Steve Beverly saying so long from the great hub city of West Tennessee.